Hi everyone, this is Heather. I'm here with my daughter Ella.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me. So today I posted earlier that I did the interviews at Southside High School for their sophomore project. Every year I go with a group of professionals to interview the sophomore students. They present their portfolios, their resumes, they tell us what they might want to do with their lives, and it's super, super fun. And you know what's funny is that you are now of this age where like...
Yeah. They're only a year older.
They're only a year older than you, which is so interesting to me because I'm proud of you. You're actually very mature. I think you could hang with the 15 and 16 year olds, even though you're 14. Okay, but huh? What?
And 2/3.
I forgot the
You
2/3.
forget that every time, and you know what? It's really important.
The 2/3 is really important.
That means that I'm not 14. I'm 14 and 2/3.
14 and 2/3.
Which means I'm closer to 15.
Than you are to 14.
Which means I'm closer to driving. Which means I'm closer to being an actual
Oh my
adult.
gosh, your logic is very dizzying to me.
It's
14.
It's not dizzying.
Okay. Oh, Anne says your hair is so pretty.
Thank you.
Her hair is so
really
pretty.
Boring.
Yeah,
today.
her hair is good. I apologize if I offend you by telling people that you're 14.
You did.
She's 14 and 2/3.
You're shaping me, Mom. You're confining me to a box.
You are hilarious.
I'm not 14. I'm 14.
I'm shaping
and
you.
2/3.
Okay. All right. Anyway, Ella and I were recounting this thank you note that I got. When was this?
Yeah.
Last year or the year before?
This was last year.
This was last year.
No, it was the year before.
It was the year.
Yeah,
I can't
it was
remember.
the year. Did you do it last year?
Yeah, I've done it every year for like
I
4
don't
or 5
think you
years.
did it last year.
So the students always write us thank you notes, and I save them because I love them. But this thank you note, this is hilarious. This kind young man says, "Dear Mrs. Lautinen, thank you for being a moonbeam of happiness in our dark world. Be sure that the time you took out of your business was not wasted.
I don't know.
It's also very reassuring to learn that someone shares the same views as you. You seem like an amazing free thinker and are a step ahead of the conformers. Never lose that, because with society comes bad influences, and only the free thinkers will have the strength to overcome the crushing hand of conformity. So thank you for not only interviewing me, but for being you." And he signed it, "Independently yours." Okay.
With a smile.
This young man that wrote this thank you note made my life. He called me a moonbeam. A moonbeam of happiness
When you read that,
in
I
our
was
dark
like,
world. I loved this kid. When I interviewed him, he was very, how shall I say, eccentric.
Yeah.
And this note proves it.
Yeah.
But it's the best thank you note I've ever received. I will never get rid of it because I'm a step ahead of the conformers.
You're a free thinker.
And I'm a free thinker. Funny, I never thought of myself as a free thinker. But since you're going to go to public school next year in 10th grade, which is super exciting for all involved.
Okay, when you say that, you know, don't.
Don't.
Listen, I'm really excited to get away from you too, so.
Well, the feeling is
There's
mutual.
that.
We will be...
But you're not allowed to say that.
What am I not
Sure,
allowed
I'm
to say?
not. I'm allowed to say that I don't want to be around you anymore because I'm a teenager.
So what works for you is
Yeah.
not okay for me.
Right.
Seems reasonable in the teenage brain.
There's a teenage logic again.
A teenage logic is crazy, y'all, crazy. Okay, but I'm thinking,
Not
maybe,
that
do you think Hopewell does stuff like this? And can I come interview
No.
at your school?
No.
You don't know that. What do you mean, no?
No.
Can I come to your school?
No.
Why?
You're really embarrassing.
I'm sorry, what?
You're really embarrassing.
I'm embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassing.
You are like really overwhelming to some people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to replace the word
No,
overwhelming with awesome.
Let me talk. Okay, so like these are 10th graders.
Right,
And
I know.
you go all life coachy on them.
Life coaching.
And then they don't know what the heck you're even talking about. And so they'll just sit there and stone face and they won't understand, and then you embarrass me. Because that's my mom, and that's embarrassing.
Wait, okay, whoa, there's so much to unpack here. Is that why they sit there stone-faced?
You go too much.
They don't understand me? But I speak to them like an adult because I think that they understand. Are you saying they don't understand?
Okay. So like when I don't know, I'm having trouble or something, you get all like, life coach.
I am a life coach.
And it's weird. And I don't like that. So, but like when you do it to other people, it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassing.
Because you're a little overbearing.
I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to encourage and teach and instruct. Maybe you embarrass me with all your like, I'm a teenager stuff. Maybe they're embarrassing me.
What?
With their faces.
Okay. Which logic makes more sense?
I'm coming to your school. I'm going to involve myself somehow.
If you do anything, I will kill you.
You will kill me?
Yeah. Dead.
Because I'm embarrassing?
Yes.
Well, I think they would be like...
You're not allowed to do that.
Why?
You're supposed to be my mom.
I am your mom.
Remember? This whole point was for you to not be my teacher and for you to be my mom.
Okay, but listen, I cannot help it if I'm also awesome. I can't help that.
No. Being a teacher does not equate to awesome.
I am.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
But don't you think that I would come into your school and, of course, be awesome, and they would be like, "Oh, that's Ella's mom. She's awesome."
Because you're so embarrassing.
I don't understand how I am embarrassing.
You just too much.
Like, I try to dress nicely.
You're too much. And then your personality is too big for some people. Because you'll like show up like that, and they'll be like, "What in the world is she doing?"
What is that? What do you
herself?
mean? Like, I'll show up like that. Like, what does that mean? Like that?
That.
This is a dress and a jacket.
Yeah. Did anybody else look like that?
Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. Susie was
Exactly.
there. Susie was in a skirt and a nice shirt. Like, she was dressed up. The men that were there representing companies were in suits. Some were like slacks and a shirt. I mean, we were dressed like professionals. I'm dressed like a professional. And that's embarrassing?
You're too much.
Okay.
You're too much of a professional and not enough mom.
Too much professional, not enough mom. Okay, I will try to work on that, except I'm not sure I completely... Look, people are laughing. I'm not sure I completely understand.
See, this is why we're both excited to get away from each other.
Because this is what our conversations are like, for real.
But then she frustrates me because she doesn't actually help. She just throws life coach sentences at me.
But you know why? Because you are mature enough to understand.
No. I don't want that. I'm a teenager.
Well, do you want me to talk to you like a child or an adult?
See, this is a problem with teenagers. I read this on Pinterest the other day.
Oh, Pinterest. Okay, you read this on Pinterest, so let's everybody get educated on what you read on Pinterest.
We're supposed to act like adults, but we're treated as children. So, like, people expect us to act like adults, but they also treat us as children.
I treat you like an adult. I speak to you like an adult.
But okay, so it's opposite for you. You treat me as a way bigger adult than I am.
Oh, I do. Because I think you can handle it. You're super mature.
How are you?
I think you can handle it.
I told you you could pick for me.
I just sense
what I can handle.
I just sense that you understand things. So I speak to you about everything.
Okay, I understand. But when I'm going through emotions or I'm being a teenager,
no logic there.
You can't throw stuff like that at me because that just makes it 10 million times worse.
Okay, what could I do better? I'm going to try to do better.
Well, don't be all like, you're being a teenager. Or you're like, I don't know, you're like, why are you acting this way? When you know, because you were a teenager. That's the problem with adults and teenagers. They act like they've never been a teenager when in reality they were, because they had to be.
Yeah.
And they knew what it was like with their moms, and they're always like, well, it's going to be different for me. But then they just turn out the exact same way. And they act like...
Okay, I have a perfect question. If you, knowing right where you're at now, if you had a teenage daughter right now, how would
14,
you...
so
How would you handle it?
How would I handle it?
Yeah, how would you handle?
I would sympathize with her.
Sympathize. Okay, that's a good word.
When when you go, like, why in the world are you acting this way? When I don't even know why I'm acting this way.
Right.
I don't want that from you. I want you to be sympathetic, and I want you to comfort instead of getting mad at me because I'm like slumping at the dinner table or something.
Well, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this.
This is good advice, people.
I think you're helping the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying that if you're having a tough time, that it would be better for a parent of a teenager to just like say, hey.
Or just don't touch me, because that works too.
You just said a minute ago to comfort you.
Well, hold on. You were defining for me
what comfort means.
what I can handle. So you also need to define when I want to be comforted and when I don't want to be.
This is so confusing.
I understand it perfectly.
I know. It makes perfect sense to you.
Yeah.
Maybe you could share some of these teenage Pinterest insights with me, and I could read the memes, and it would make more sense.
You won't read my memes.
Some of them are funny.
You say, that's stupid. Why are you spending all your time on Pinterest?
False. I laughed at that one the other day. I can't remember which one it was.
The other day, like 2 weeks ago.
And it was really funny, but I can't remember what it was.
And then other times you're like, that's not even funny. Why are you reading
Okay, let's wrap up with this point right here. And if you missed this, go back to the beginning, because this gentleman who signed it, Independently Yours, says, I am a moonbeam of happiness in a dark world.
Listen.
And he says, I'm an amazing free thinker and a step ahead of the conformers, and I should never lose that, because with society comes bad influences, and only the free thinkers will have the strength to overcome the crushing hand of conformity. Independently Yours. What's Chelsea say? I hopped on at the exact moment we're saying, don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, you do need to start this video from the beginning, because Ella is hilarious. And when she articulates things to me, I mean, the first thing she said when I got home today was, I hope you didn't embarrass me. Like, don't embarrass me.
Okay.
And I'm like, what are you how could I?
We live in a small area. So obviously there are going to be people that you knew there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know.
And that you knew.
No.
I know. That's what you said. You texted me and you said, no.
No, I texted. Okay.
Oh, Isabella.
Here's another thing she needs to stop doing.
This is what
she reads my text messages.
Hey.
And like I can't tell Isabella anything because you're always reading them.
Okay, first of all, it's my phone.
It is not. You have your own phone. It's mine. I paid for it.
And I don't care who says what. I don't care what anybody thinks or says. Until you are paying for that phone and 18, all text messages that go to you get copied to me. Same with your email. And that's because I want to protect you. Hey, I'm not going to fight about it.
Who am I going to text? I have nobody that's a guy friend remotely. I have 4 good friends.
Yeah, and they're good kids.
Of like 4 years.
I know. They're nice girls.
It's not like we talk about, I don't know.
Boys. Maybe there's a code.
We do. But I can't because you read my text messages.
Yes. Anyway, that was not the point to that conversation.
That was too. You need to stop.
Now, the point was that when you found out I'm interviewing in a community where you may know people, that you were like, no. And then
I texted Isabella and I said,
I can't look.
I said,
it's hilarious.
I said, Isabella, help. What am I supposed to do? Like,
you can't stop me.
You can't, and like, when it's somebody that you don't know super well, only like, I don't know, passing.
Right, like, on the periphery, yeah.
Like, it's weird when you're that way, and then that, like,
you keep saying
weird
that.
For me.
You keep saying that way. And I'm not sure what way I am.
Overbearing, embarrassing, too
fun
much.
And awesome.
Too much for a 10th grader, 15-year-old.
I'm just interpolating the words, but anyway. Have a great weekend, you guys. This is,
wouldn't you love to live with her?
Teenage advice. Believe it or not, some people think you're actually lucky.
Okay. See, people tell me all the time, anytime they see me, they're like, you're so lucky to live with her. And I'm like, you can't make that statement until you live with her. Because sometimes...
Hey, Not everybody's awesome all the time.
I mean, you made me make your bed this morning.
I really needed your help this morning.
I had to get your breakfast this morning.
Okay.
I had to pack your lunch this
I
morning.
needed help this morning because I had trouble putting on my magnetic lashes today.
Okay.
And that, thank you for helping me.
Exactly. You
Thank
just
you.
proved your point of being
Thank
overbearing. Like, nobody wears lashes.
Nobody?
Not to a high school interview.
Why? They should. Have a great weekend.